But even then in school, so like I was just studying it because I wanted to finish school. I just go join police.
What? So we're driving down to the Artmazing Studios to go and check out the space of one of the greatest artists of his time. We're going to talk about his art, his inspirations, and basically what it's like to thrive as an artist. Successfully, to be successful as an artist in Nigeria. What's up? All right. So I think what we should start talking about first is like your journey, basically, like in the creative arts. Like, how did it start? Like, how did you go from that kid that was running up and down, rolling tires as a child and stuff, to become this amazing artist that are doing like that? The world is basically his canvas. Like, you're painting on every and anything you see, large murals, like the one you did of Atito Pompa and stuff. So let me stop talking.
Okay, so my journey as an artist basically like started right from when I was little, like every other kid, because I was always inquisitive. I actually wanted to know how different things work. Like, if there's a radio, like how is that sound coming out from the radio? Understanding how touchlight work, like you put battery, what's me, all those things. But at that point, I wouldn't really say I understood what creativity was. It was just me being inquisitive.
Okay.
But like the journey started proper when I finished secondary school and I was meant to go to the university. That point now where you have to like choose what you have to study in the university. So at that point, like when I was entering SS1, where you get to choose if you get to be an art student or science, or at that point I actually wanted to be an architect. But after that first term results came out, you have to do physics, chemistry, further math. My result just told me that so I had to switch to art classes. So with architecture in mind, and because the whole creativity thing. So there was this guy in my church then, Professor Jerry Buari, who was a professor of fine art. So I think he spoke to my dad about it, and my dad also just spoke to me about it. And so that was how I found myself in the fine art department at Amadu Bello.
Okay, so you actually studied
I studied fine art in school.
Okay.
So, but even then in school, so like I was just studying it because I just wanted
you were already creative.
Exactly. So I just wanted to study it, to just study it for studying's sake. Let me finish school. Because even back then in school, I wanted to finish school, I just go join police.
But what?
I'm serious. Like, actually wanted to be a police officer. Like, it was just get the degree, then take the degree to police college. I'll just get that second. What do they call it?
Why did you want to become?
I don't know, because I just felt like police was just like a chill job.
What do you think now?
I know. At all. So even in schools, like, the whole art thing was just simple, just your assignments, submits, everything. Like, it was just simple.
It was a working part.
Exactly.
But would you say you didn't learn anything from?
I would say I didn't learn as much as I would have now with this consciousness, because I was just doing it passively. Like, there was no. So even in art, like, I majored in art history because it was just for me to so I didn't major in painting or sculpture or anything. Like, I was just more theory of art, so art history. Just study.
But did that help you in any way or guide you anywhere?
No, definitely. Because you exposed me to a whole lot of things, terminologies, the theoretical part, the historical part of art, understanding that part, and just being surrounded with creatives to, help shaping your creativity from that stage.
So what do you think is lacking, like in the arts education, like when it comes to tertiary institutions like universities? What do you think is lacking? Like, what do you think needs to be done to help the next generation of artists that are going to study the art on their journey?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question, because the thing with art schools here in Nigeria now is they're still teaching the same thing. They're failing to understand that art has gone to the next phase. Exactly. So you're still teaching all those whole primitive crayon, marker, pencil, forgetting the whole digital part, forgetting that art has different layers, different perspectives to it.
True.
So they're just still keeping it to that rudimental, basic art where it's all about drawing, painting, sculpting. So if they can actually take it a step further, I think the Nigerian art scene, from the educational perspective, will actually go to the next level.
Oh, that's good. Have you ever thought about lecturing?
Not really lecturing, more of like mentoring or tutoring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any young people that you are?
I just have people on social media. I just get to like chat with from time to time. Okay,
Okay,
I
and encourage them.
that kind of thing.
Okay, so you told me you studied, you did a master's degree, or
master's degree, UCA final in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that? What was that like?
That will actually be like the highlight of my artistic pursuit so far, because I was going to a system and space where you have complete freedom to do whatever you want to do. Nobody's telling you how to do this. Okay, this has been done that way. You have to do. You just had that freedom to explore and experiment anyhow you like. So like that freedom on its own, man, like it was priceless to me. Because coming from how we schooled in Nigeria, like where they're telling you do this, do that, to a place where everybody's like allowing you. So like that freedom on its own actually pushed my creativity to another level.
So, but would you say, in terms of art appreciation,
yeah,
culture-wise, Nigeria and where you did your masters in the UK,
yeah,
which would you say?
No, you can't actually compare, because the appreciation in the UK is phenomenal, like it's on another level.
Yeah.
Because there they have government policies, they have different things that actually support art. They have ministry systems in place that actually are tailored
the entire value chain.
Exactly. They see art in another level.
Yeah.
Here, art is like it's still seen as that secondary occupation. People don't really see it as a primary occupation. Exactly.
But they are gradually waking up to it.
True. I totally agree. The awareness is actually coming out. People are now seeing art as a lucrative thing to step into. Because now we actually have a ministry for art and tourism, and there's now a minister for creative economy. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So the awareness is really, really.
So one thing I wanted to talk about again, we spoke earlier about this. You did your masters in the UK, and in this age of people relocating out of the country, you still came back home to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Can you talk us through like what guided that?
Okay, I would like to say, I didn't actually japa. My going to the UK was just for pursuit of more knowledge, more technological know-how, just to be exposed to art that in my locality is not there. So I just wanted to see
what the rest
of the world had when it comes to art. So me traveling out here was just for me to see that. I always knew I was going to come back, but upon getting there and seeing what they had, it was good, it was nice, but I just felt that instead of me pushing this art of mine here, I could actually just go back home, because there's still a whole lot more I could do at home.
Yeah.
So, and I'd rather, put in that effort back home than
help grow.
Exactly, help nurture and grow artists and inspire artists back home than just do it over there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was just the major reason why I had to just come back.
Right. So you worked on the project that I shot before, the basketball of Potato Football. Can you tell us about what the inspiration was for it, and how much reach that had, the project? What was it about, and how far did the reach go?
I would like to say that project was actually, I would actually say it's like my most impactful project, because it was a community project. Because we just got to the point where, as a studio, we just felt we need to impact on our community, give back, because it's not all about making the money. How can you also give back? And we just came up with the initiative, the Artmazing Community Project, where we go to different communities, look for social existing structures, and see how we can revamp them with art. So that was how the basketball court project came about, and it was really quite successful, because it went far and wide. I actually got interviews from Greek, that's where Ian is from. So a whole lot of interview, a whole lot of opportunities came.
So I think I also saw that it was on some TV channel in the US as well.
We just wanted to ask how, why did you do this, and and it was really, really interesting to see the power actually that art has. You're just painting, but people are seeing it and interpreting it in a whole different way. So it actually took our art, to that international level where people are like, oh, there's actually an artist in Nigeria who did this. So in the grand scheme of things, it actually put Nigeria on the map. It puts our city, Abuja, on the map. It put a whole lot of local talents on the map. So it was really, really an impactful project.
Right. So as an artist in Nigeria, would you consider yourself to be like a successful artist? Is it bringing in change? Are you seeing that moolah?
Okay, if you're looking at it like that, yeah, I'll say yeah. I'm actually basically sustaining myself on art because it's a full-time practice for me.
Okay.
But then again, I also like to tell myself like I'm still starting because there's still a whole lot of things in my head that the world is still yet to see. I still have a whole lot of things I can do. So we've gotten to where we've gotten to, and when we look back, we've actually come a long way, but there's still a whole lot more we can do.
Okay.
So I think I'll just say I'm good because art is like my full-time art practice, and art has been able to fund everything I've been able to do so far. A whole lot of walls, a whole lot of spaces, a whole lot of brands we can actually work with to to keep doing what we're doing. So
like you mentioned brands. I saw that you got like a sponsorship deal from Master. So like, can you explain to us like how does that work? What are the modalities of something like that?
So basically, brands are just understanding that art plays a vital role in marketing and advertisement.
Okay.
So now brands are now working with artists to work on products, work on brand designs, work on brand identities to further promote their products. So and that's what I do for Jägermeister as an artist. So I make designs and make their branding. I work on their branding. If they're having an event, work on a whole lot. Not just
murals.
Yeah, not just murals. So like it boils down to sleeves for bottles, mannequins, like props for events and all that kind of
that's
thing.
That's a lot.
Yeah, well basically
must be cashing out, bro.
No, but we're enjoying it.
Nice. So what kind of advice would you give, like if you could give yourself, like yourself in the past, advice or any upcoming artists, like what to expect, how to navigate the journey so that maybe it's shorter for them or easier, or that to keep that light at the end of the tunnel going?
Like I think first thing first is for the artist in question to just know what they want to do, because art is really, really broad. You could actually try and dabble, but just know what you want to do. Then secondly is also to not downplay the power of social media.
Okay.
Because social media is that shop everybody has.
True.
It's what you put in your shop, people will come to buy. So you also just need to be consistent and put out more content with social media, because people actually just kind of like connect with what's in their faces. So constantly be in people's faces, post more on your social media, because I know a whole lot of creatives who are madly talented, but they don't want to do social media. They just want it to be that, okay, my talent to take me there, I'm going to wait for people to come and like the world is progressing and people would definitely contact that person they are seeing as opposed to coming to people. Exactly. So you need to, like, social media is just what you just need to work with.
True. So I was going to ask you, your art, for example, you usually don't like to paint on canvases and you prefer to paint on walls, on floors, like massive areas. So I was wondering, like, at what point did the idea come to you that, okay, I've learned how to draw, I've learned how to paint or whatever. This drawing board is not enough for me. I want a wall, I want an entire football or basketball court. Like, how did that come?
Okay, I think it all started from my first commission where I was contacted by a client to come paint their space. And Rain, honestly, I think I need to go back to that client to apologize and tell them, okay, you know what, I'm sorry. You guys should just give me a wall. I'll paint it for you guys. Because no, Rain, what we did for those guys, oh no, like when I think about it, like the oil,
it couldn't be that bad. Come on.
We had to, like, we used oil paint they used to paint cars. So, like, it was an office complex. So after we finished painting, like the entire building was smelling petrol. So like the oil we use, like the paint we use, the materials we use, like everything was just shabbily done. Like it's all those arts you make and you swear you're never going to post it. You don't want anybody to see. So like from there, after that experience with wall, I just knew that wall is actually quite interesting, and if you can actually understand the technicalities behind working on walls, it's actually more advantageous to me because the reach it has is far more than what a canvas will give you.
Like if you were doing like an exhibition or...
Yeah, exactly. Because when you're painting on a wall or an outdoor space, like a whole lot of people get to connect with it more than
and they know it's
canvas,
accessible
than a canvas pieces in a gallery where only people who actually know
of a certain
class.
Of
a certain people will get to see.
So you want to share your art with
exactly
people,
with a whole lot of people, just put it out.
But does that mean that you're not planning on doing like an exhibition?
No, I'm actually planning on on that, because now I'm now trying to like strike the balance. That period where I'm not painting outside walls or outside spaces, I can come back to my studio space and just do canvas pieces. And because a whole lot of people have been reaching out to me to want to collect my pieces. Those people who have seen what I've done and they want that kind of thing in their home. So we're now scaling it down to smaller scales for people to.
Yeah, but open spaces will always be your jam, though.
Definitely.
So about open spaces being your jam, like I've noticed that your brush is almost everywhere in Abuja nowadays. Like everywhere you go, you have like
almost.
I know you did some work at Jabi Boat Club.
Yeah, no, those are my
last week you told me you were painting Yellow Door.
Yeah.
Like how many places have you done? Like would you say on the average in this city?
No. Funny enough, I would say I've really not done much, but I've just done places that.
And you want the whole Abuja to be covered in.
But there's still a whole lot more to do in Abuja now. A whole lot of spaces, but Abuja seems actually really, really trying.
Okay, but what would you say in comparison Lagos and Abuja when it comes to appreciation of the arts?
No, definitely Lagos actually has more awareness.
Yeah, because I've seen like under bridges and stuff like commissioned by the state government and all this kind of.
Yeah, exactly. But Abuja is getting there gradually, so we're just trying to like push it and try and see how we can have more spaces designated for things like that. So it's not just because there's also a dicey way this can go, because if there's no control, it now becomes
graffiti.
Exactly, where people now turn into vandalism. But we can actually have spaces where government set aside for artists to just go and do what they're doing, because they actually have walls, Lego walls, and like the whole cities, like cities around the world have Lego walls where artists can go
and express themselves.
So if we can actually have spaces like that in Abuja, like it will really, try to like control it. Yeah.
So what would you say you're doing in terms of mentorship for like helping create the next generation of creative minds in the country and in the city?
I'm actually scared to teach. Like I really don't know why. My parents were teachers, but I don't know, when it comes to me, like I'm just scared to teach, because I just believe like everybody should just find his or her own path, and you trying to teach is like trying to like control somebody. So I like it when people reach out to me and tell me, okay, fine, I'm working on this, can you help me with this? And then I know where to tell you, okay, if you do it like this. So like that's just what I enjoy doing, when people reach out to me and tell me, okay, I'm working on this, can you help me with this? I'm trying to like work on a project, can you help me with costing? How do you come up with your costing? How do you those ones? But to say I want to now make it exactly say, okay,
but like you mentor younger people on how to achieve. That's great. Did you learn how to, because I know that your creations come from your mind, and then I've seen you like on the project with Atito Kumbo, you had to first of all create the mural you were going to paint on your iPad, then you now transferred it to scale on the basketball court. Like how did you learn how to do stuff like that? Was it in school? Did you break that?
Nah, that one I didn't learn that one in school. That one was purely YouTube, because a whole lot of things I also learned them off YouTube. So that's why I also tell a whole lot of artists, like instead of going to like search for all these things from people, you can just search for it. Everything is online these days. People just need to take out time to devote themselves to search for knowledge. So like that one was from YouTube. So I just needed to know how to transfer my designs to, and it's pretty simple when you understand it. It's just
pretty simple for you.
It's just the grading system. I'm sure we did all this in primary school.
Yeah, we did that.
Where if you're trying to do a portrait, so it's just the grid. So when you have your grid of your design, just need to transfer that grid to the bigger grid on the floor. Yeah. Okay, guys, there you have it. We are the Artmazing studio with Femi and Femi the Amazing African. Exactly.
Femi the Amazing
Artmazing African.
Femi the Amazing African.
Yep.
And so keep watching.
What's the name of his channel though?
I don't think so. I think it's Reddit. No, my channel name is Heavy Rainy Drummer.
Okay.
It's Heavy Rainy Drummer. Yeah, it's not.
So is that what you're subscribing to?
Yeah, the Heavy Rainy Drummer is the channel. I've not really called it anything.
Exactly, because you actually need to call it something. So
I just call it every job because like it's more like you hanging with me and watching me go, and that's what I want to do. I think.
Okay.
But I'm still finding my voice. This
Exactly.
You're not interviewing me.
No, but because actually really didn't see you, sitting in front of the camera. So it's really
weird for me.
Exactly. So it's really interesting, see that in front of the camera and have conversation.
So I just want people to like basically see through my eyes and like explore what I interact with, like as a creative in Abuja in Nigeria. You understand? People, the creatives I meet, businesses I interact with because I do love corporate. You're interviewing me. I can't. We need to stop.
No, continue. Because I'm actually enjoying it because being with Rain is, I think Rain was like one of the first photographers I actually knew when I came to Abuja.
True saying,
and for him to still be doing this thing up till now, come on, like it's really something.
The passion,
exactly. It's truly amazing, and I feel that's like a whole lot of things people would like to know, like what's been keeping you consistent, why.
Dude, that's not happening. You're not interviewing me. Calm down. Next time. Oh my god.
No. I'm just trying to say like. This channel is really what I feel a whole lot of creatives are actually really going to connect with because you're not just limiting it to photography.
You're
just limiting, different things. So a whole lot of people will actually find whatever they're looking for.
Thank you.
Because I know it's not just apart from me being an artist now, you're going to chefs.
You know this. How do you know this?
So like a whole lot of things.
My pocket's falling out.
So like you're having that platform where people can come and whoever you are. There's always something.
There's always something for everybody. Yeah, that's the general idea. Yeah. So you heard it here first. Like, subscribe, share. Buy data for your uncle if he doesn't have, so I can watch too.
Subscribe. Tell a friend that there's a channel here that supports creative and you should come and it's definitely going to be fun.
All right, till next time. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.
Yep. Oh, get to taste some of that Jaeger. Nice.
Yes.
Cheers. So you're ready to receive some ass kicking.
You can try.
Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Please. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So press start, yeah?
Yeah, X.
Okay. So I was thinking, this what they call it, this Jaeger stuff that you do, it must be like some intense like intense stuff, YouTube language. Like managing all those projects, like how do you have you like worked like in 9 to 5 before or anything like, because like when you're coming to like the corporate sectors, or even if it's just replying mails, being on meetings, planning, all those things, it must be like a roller coaster, right? Sometimes.
Funny enough, I actually started off like after school NYC. I actually worked in the bank.
What? How did we miss that?
Like
which
I
bank?
did FCMB.
Mad.
So I was a marketer with FCMB.
Oh, how many billion did they give you as a target?
Well, then it was like 5M.
They wanted to kill you.
5M in a city like Zaria. Like where will I even get that kind of money from? And almost everybody had an account.
Oh no, these guys.
Aha.